Been a while since we talked Memphis, Cart. We've kind of flirted with should we be covering this team every game or not. We kind of landed on, well, the games we think they're going to win handily, we're not going to do previews for. We'll do recaps if we feel we need to. Well, they went to overtime with UTSA, the Roadrunners, who are unquestionably a bad basketball team. And Memphis needed a stellar run in overtime to win this game. 107 to 101 is the final score. I don't really know what to make of this team. They've fallen down to 49th on KenPom. They're clearly good. This is a tournament team I wouldn't want to see in the tournament personally, but they're 49th on KenPom. What do you make of them right now?
Yeah, first off, starters, we do love this Memphis team, but to be straight frank with you guys, I don't find the need to preview every game of the American Conference. I'm sorry. As much as you guys want a UTSA preview and a preview against Tulane, I just don't have that for you. But a reaction I got for you. And look, I think 49th on KenPom is ridiculous in my eyes, to be honest with you. I get it. UTSA is not a good basketball team. They've been on the ropes with them. They needed game winners against SMU. I understand that. But at the end of the day, this team has Javon Quinterly and David Jones playing at an extremely high level. David Jones, one of the better players and probably one of the best transfers in the country, 26 and 11 in this game. Javon Quinterly, 25 in this game. They get a double-double from Nick Jordan. I still think nae'qwan Tomlin's working his way in, but he had a solid game as well. I still think this Memphis team has the formula to be a really good basketball team. It has the personnel, and I think Penny can bring it all together. Look, there's a lot of teams across the country that are losing these games. They're dropping games to the UTSAs of the world, and they're dropping these games to SMU. And say what you want, but they pulled this game out and they got the win. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Can they clean things up? Hell yeah, they can. They can't be giving up 101 points to teams. Like that's not going to get it done. But learn, figure it out in a win than in a loss. Because there's a lot of teams out there right now that are losing consecutive games to inferior opponents. So I think you got to give credit to them for winning the basketball games and credit to the guys for playing well.
Yeah, here's my only concern. Are we sure that Memphis is learning? Because this is
I
like
don't
a
know.
bunch of these.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It's not one of those quick lesson plans. This is a semester long lesson plan thing. We're gonna have a final test to figure out.
Got it. I just shivered when I heard the word test, and so did Doug McDaniel. I don't know that they're learning. That's my concern. I like this Memphis team. I think they're very good. I think they have dudes. That's the best praise I can give this Memphis team is I have no question of how many different guys can beat you any given night. And especially now you add Tomlin in the fold. They just got a bunch of old guys. Like I saw Jaden Hardaway or whatever Hardaway it was. One of the Hardaways came in and just destroyed Michigan. He had like 4 threes in a game. He has like 6 threes on the season. So like that's like their 9th guy. They got a bunch of dudes who can just beat you that are talented, that are old, that are good. They keep flirting with disaster way too much for my liking. And yeah, we can give them credit for winning the game, but I think you give them credit for winning like the first close to disaster game, right? Like when they survived at home against Vanderbilt 2 days before Christmas, 77-75. That's like, yeah, give them credit. They learned in a win.
Hey, we don't count Christmas before Christmas games. Let's not do that.
Okay, then let's move to the Austin P game, which was an 11-point game, was a close game for stretches. Or the game after that at Tulsa where they win by 3. Or the game after that where they beat SMU by 3. Now, SMU is a good basketball team. That's not a bad win. But this is 5 straight games where I don't think we've seen Memphis's A game. I think we've seen them A+ on the survival instinct scale. But I just don't know. This team is not playing the way they played at the beginning of the year when they blitzed some good teams. And by the way, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Cart. I'm gonna do it. I'm
Here
gonna
we
do
go.
it.
Here we go.
Can we go through their wins? Can we go through their wins?
Oh God, I hate. Can we actually go through their wins, Gregory? My least favorite G.
Can we go
But
through their wins
yes,
though? Can we? Okay. You tell me which one of these wins was a good win. Okay. I'm gonna start at the top. Actually, tell me which win was a good win. Jackson State by 17 points.
no,
Missouri by 15 points.
no,
Alabama State by 17.
no,
Michigan by 4.
Yes.
Calm yourself. That's a whole like now we thought that was really impressive at the time. Ooh,
All
Memphis
right.
beat
No,
Michigan.
no,
Michigan
no,
stinks. They beat Michigan by 4. Arkansas by 5.
no.
We left the battle for Atlantis being like Memphis is great because they beat Michigan and Arkansas. And then they went to Villanova and they were down 20 points before you could blink. VCU in overtime,
No.
Texas A&M. That's a big win, right?
That's a good win. That is a
Yeah,
good win.
Texas A&M who has 7 losses on the season now? No, 6, sorry.
That's
Well,
a
I
good
just like
win.
at the time we thought Texas A&M was a top 10 team in the country. They've lost 6 games. How about the next one called Clemson? Clemson looking pretty good.
That's a good
Yeah,
win.
Clemson's just lost 3 straight. They're not bad by any means. How about Virginia? Cars, Virginia good?
Yes.
They lost by 22 at Notre Dame. Like, every single win this Memphis team has looks so much worse now than it did when they got it. And that I give them credit for surviving. But I have some serious questions about whether this team just has a good resume or whether this team's actually a good basketball team.
Do you think Memphis needs a loss to humble them?
I don't ever think a team needs a
I
loss.
thought
I
you were
don't
gonna pull it. I thought you were gonna like pull it Izzo. I want my team to lose.
know. I never want my team to lose ever. And I look, like I said, I give them credit. It's like Ken Palm is just yelling about how bad Kansas is, even though they had been winning games and then they got blown out, or not blown out, but they lose to UCF. Like, I feel like I'm Ken Palm with Memphis right now. I'm like, hey, there might be some smoke here, maybe some signals this team isn't actually as good as their record. And I don't know, man. Like that, it's the American, and I don't mean to diss the American, but like they can keep winning a lot of these games without playing well. I feel pretty strongly about that. They're still one of the best teams here, if not the best team in the conference. But I just think, like, I think we gave them a lot of credit in the battle for Atlantis for, wow, those Michigan and Arkansas games were really good. Yeah. And then after that, wow, Texas A&M and Clemson and Virginia back-to-back 3. Like, are any of those teams going to win a game in the NCAA tournament? No.
Maybe, maybe. But at the end of the day, my Tigers are winning basketball games. That's all that matters.
I guess, man. I guess. All right.
Just win, baby.
I'm sorry for being negative. Your Tigers are still rolling, 14-2. Nation's 5th longest active win streak. Shout out to Penny Hardaway. It must be nice to have a former NBA player win basketball games as your head coach.